Hi. Do you know what your operating system is? So we will get on these computers and we will start typing in our passwords, etc., etc. Or we are endlessly operating now from apps on our phones. I can't even find my phone now. But do we honestly know what our own internal operating systems are? Now, what I very simply mean by that is, have you ever stopped and thought and felt into your own belief systems? Because I want to share with you that the winter time is a fantastic time to just quietly, gently, and without any internal judgments, assess what are your belief systems. Because we really spook ourselves with our own belief systems. We believe we are being spooked on the outside, which we can't necessarily change the outside of ourselves. You will have often heard that you can't change another human being, and you can't necessarily change what is going on. However, if you get hold of your own operating systems and your belief systems, and you decide to change them if they're not working for you, you can have an enormous influence on your own chronic conditions, your own pain levels, your relationships with money, other people, your work, your attitude, and how you are grabbing hold of the gift of your precious life. So I want you to ask yourselves just these following questions with me, because I continually ask myself these questions because it really helps me get the most out of my life. I've got the most annoying piece of hair. Anyway, so I ask myself, and I'm asking you to do the same thing. What are the belief systems right now that you are just habitually stuck in? Because what we focus on is what we get. And the blog that I've just done is all around, someone's done an amazing calculation. So if you're not already subscribed to my blog, weekly blog, you get them most weeks. We do take weeks off, and you can unsubscribe at any point. But if you would like to just see what the calculation is around money, for instance, and I'm not going to do a spoiler alert, but there is enough money in the world. What there isn't, however, yet, is enough belief in there being enough, because it is being distributed in all sorts of ways that I'm not going to make any political or even moral statements about all of this. But the exciting thing is that if you begin to understand that if your internal unconscious or conscious belief system, if it goes something like this, there is not enough, then there isn't enough. You then become a magnet for there not being enough. And around chronic conditions, chronic illness, chronic pain, chronic circumstances, chronic livelihood circumstances, jobs, relationships, family dynamics, it is so easy to get tripped up and spook ourselves. So the winter time is an incredible moment to just sit with yourself and ask yourself these questions. What's running the show inside yourself? So I regularly, some of you already know, I have to have more surgeries. And I can catch myself in a nanosecond, thank goodness nowadays, because I practiced it. I can catch myself thinking the NHS seems to be collapsing, private medicine seems to be collapsing, I'm not getting the attention I need, there isn't enough care, there isn't enough help, and apparently I'm doomed. Now, in a nanosecond, I can catch that and I can go, there is enough. And the right surgeon is going to come in at the right time. So I can go from feeling suddenly very anxious and spooking myself to going, there is enough. And I can actually arrive in some steady ground inside myself. And the winter time is about hibernating and finding how to get that steady platform within ourselves and reassure ourselves. We can't necessarily get into the habit of reassuring ourselves if in fact we are perpetually spooking ourselves into anxiety because of our underlying belief systems. So what are your belief systems and what is your operating system spooking you possibly into the whole time? Take care.